Good afternoon. I am Bana Ghadban, and today I am honored and humbled to stand before you today as your class of 2015 valedictorian. As we celebrate our collective success today, I am amazed by the resilience I have witnessed in our community. We are like little ivy vines that started off as sprouts, and over the years, we have learned to climb to great heights and weave ourselves together into something powerful. Throughout this journey, we grew like ivy plants toward the sky, fulfilling our hopes and desires in ways we could have never imagined. In other words, we started from the bottom, now we're here. How did we do it? How did we grow into such remarkable women? I think of the seeds of love that planted Spelman. Harriet E. Giles and Sophia B. Packard founded this place from their love. They were in a union, not to men, but to each other. A beautiful testament to the bond they shared as women who love other women. I think this historical fact about our founding as foundlings is profoundly important. It shows us that their love and commitment to loving others made this space possible. The powerful thing about ivies is that they rely on structures around them to grow, but no one tells them what to do. They go in whatever direction they please. They take risks and wrap around each other for support. We, as Spelman women, exemplify the flexibility and maturity of those ivy vines. The ability to overcome obstacles with a fundamental understanding that everything will be okay, that we have each other, and that we will survive and thrive despite all odds. But it takes a village. We could not have made it without the unending support of our mentors, our families, our communities. We could not have made it without some water to feed our roots, without the women and men who cooked our food, who kept our grounds lush and beautiful, who cleaned our academic and residence halls. We could not have made it without the little gestures of kindness, the words of encouragement from our loved ones that made us feel like we were truly capable of achieving anything. Ivies have no limit. So even if you are accepted into the most prestigious graduate program, or decide to become a teacher, or want to start a business, or want to become an ambassador, or want to take a gap year off to spend time with your family, or will be working retail to save up paying off your student loans, you have the courage and tenacity to choose whatever path is the best fit. You carry with you the memory of all the women and men who nurtured and watered you, who today sit proudly to watch you grow. Ivies are independent of the world, but dependent on each other for the strength to grow. They are linked together with common roots, wrapping around each other with the power of sisterhood. My Spelman sisters have taught me the meaning of determination and perseverance, of envisioning beautiful futures and supporting each other in building those dreams into everyday realities. I look to my education as a source of liberation, and at Spelman, I found that space to be free. I found it through a sisterhood that filled me with the strength and courage to grow. My mentors, professors, the faculty staff, my Spelman sisters provided me with constant encouragement. We held each other up and let each other know, despite difficulties, that it was okay to grow, to imagine, to have the strength enough not to give up on our dreams and goals. I met Spelman women who are mothers, non-traditional students, first generation, disabled, queer, who have survived life or death situations, all while being activists and leaders on campus themselves. When my best friend, a leader and president of a nonprofit that provides sexual health awareness education to children in Ghana, faced difficulties with her health and survived homelessness, she exhibited, sorry. She exhibited a tenacity so fearless it taught me what it meant to succeed, even when all odds were stacked against her. And she is graduating with us today with her head held high. Wow, thank you. Oh God, okay. Okay, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you, my Spelman sisters, for teaching me the meaning of sisterhood and of survival. I have the most unending love for my Spelman sisters for being so resilient, for surviving and thriving, for making it this far, despite the all-nighters, the loss we felt when the $5 pizza man stopped delivering, the economic hardships, the losses of loved ones, the struggles of the real world, tricking us into thinking we almost wouldn't make it. There is no other place in the world like Spelman. Spelman has taught me that no dream is too big, that like an ivy, we are women that will grow into endlessly beautiful and vast potentials. When I say I found liberation in my education, I mean it in the literal sense. My parents had to flee my home country of Syria for speaking out against the government. My father's crime? Reading. He distributed leaflets about freedom and democracy to his friends in a secret reading group. After it was discovered my father was reading banned literature, members of his closest friends, many of them his family, began to disappear. It wasn't until years later he discovered what happened to them. One had been tortured to death. Others had been kidnapped into regime prisons. One had made it into safety. Another was so traumatized that he still thought, 20 years later, that he was 19 years old. My father helped build his family home, brick by brick, for over 8 years. The day it was finished, he had to burn his photographs, change his name, and flee in the night, taking with him the trauma of his radical transgression and the worst crime, choosing to read. I am thankful to pursue my education in freedom, a privilege many of my relatives do not have. Spelman for me is a place where I can think critically without fear. In the Islamic tradition, we believe that the angel Gabriel visited the Prophet Muhammad and revealed to him the first word of God, read. The Prophet responded to the angel Gabriel that he, as an illiterate man, could not read. The angel Gabriel insisted, read. Read in the name of your Lord who has created you. I see education as refuge, as the divine angel light and sunshine ivies need to reach the top, the motivation we need to continue standing for the struggles of all marginalized people. We take up space in a society that tells us we are weeds. We recognize that despite whatever rigid roles society may expect of us, we are flowering into new possibilities. We are unashamed, unapologetic, proud to radiate beauty and fearlessness. But most of all, we realize that we are the ones charged with creating the worlds we want to live in. As political activist Arundhati Roy put it, another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. With the memory of our seeds, sunlight, and water, that made us into the strong, beautiful ivies we are today, it is up to us, my Spelman sisters, to make this world we envision a reality. Thank you.